Hello everyone, it's Pam from GlamJunkJournals and welcome to day 18 of the Christmas Craft Off 23 hosted by RachandBella Crafts. Hashtag Christmas Craft Off 23. This collaboration is for the month of November, and each day there are 2 collaborators that will post their videos and do a craft along with me with something that you can create for the holiday season, except for the final 2 days where there are 3 YouTube channels. And for this collaboration, Rachel has created her Timeless Christmas collection. This digital kit is absolutely beautiful, and she has a total of 5 digital kits in her Etsy and Ko-fi shop that are all 40% off, including the Timeless Christmas collection. She's got timeless shabby backgrounds, timeless ephemera add-ons, and timeless fussy cuts, and these all coordinate with each other, and I've got to tell you, they're absolutely beautiful. Another thing I wanted to mention is there is going to be a giveaway at the end of the collaboration. Rachel is going to draw names for the prizes, and there are over, I think, 54 prizes to be won. And so what you need to do to enter the giveaway is watch every video, like and comment on the video. And the prize list is absolutely huge. We've got digital kits, we've got courses, collaboration projects, gift vouchers, December daily journals. It's just amazing. So that is awesome. And another thing I wanted to mention is I will put all of the links to the information along with the collaborators that are taking part in the description box below. So what Rachel has done is she has created a Santa's to-do list. And what this is a list for each of the days of the month. And she is calling the collaborators the Santa's helpers. And she has provided each of us with a prompt. And this is kind of an open-ended prompt where each of us as the collaborators can take it any way we want to so far as our creativity here. So for today, myself along with Kentucky Crafter, our prompt is Christmas gift tags of old. So what that means to me when I saw that prompt is I immediately thought of the Victorian era or something vintage, you know, way back in the day where you could envision something on a present or on a Christmas tree back in those days. So that's what was my inspiration. So let me show you what we're going to create today. Let me get it out here. And I absolutely love how this turned out. So we are going to be making one of these Christmas gift tags today. So let's get going. I'm very excited about this. So what you're going to need is, let me get it out here. You're going to need a piece of chipboard or a manila file folder, something along those lines. You could even use a piece of junk mail. And what we're going to do, this is going to be your tag base. And this particular tag is going to be 6 inches by 3.5. And it also has an extra inch at the bottom that I folded under to create a small tuck in the back. And I'll show you that on my original here, right along the back here. And it holds additional tags and whatever ephemera you would like to put in the back. So you're going to need one of these manila file folders or, pieces of chipboard, like I said. So it's going to be a total of 7 by 3.5. You're going to need some tissue paper, and this is tracing paper from a pattern for making some clothing. So it could be tissue paper, it could be this tracing paper. You could also use a napkin. So you need some of that, and also part of a paper bag. This is just a bag that I got from the grocery store. And so what I chose for my original tag here is this gorgeous pink and blue and gold pattern. And this was from the Timeless Christmas collection. And the reason I chose this is because it has more of a muted tone to it. And to me, that goes along with the vintage Victorian vibe that I wanted to make for my tag. And for the backs of the tag, this tan and cream was also from the Timeless Christmas collection. Oh, excuse me, no, this was from the Timeless Backgrounds. So like I said, they all coordinate together. So for the tag we're going to make today, I chose a couple different patterns. Let me show you these. Isn't this beautiful? Oh, look at how gorgeous this is. This blue and cream poinsettias and ornaments is from the Timeless Backgrounds, as is this. And I think they just coordinate so well together. Isn't that going to be pretty? So like I said, these are both from the Timeless Shabby Backgrounds. All right, so let's just get going on this. So like I said, this is going to be the base of our tag, and we are just going to put this beauty together. So for the tag base, I'm going to start like that, and we're just going to do what I call the smush technique. And I'm going to move my little decorations back just because I get a little crowded here. So I am going to use my glue stick and go right along and get, a pretty good amount of glue across this piece of chipboard here. And it doesn't really matter, where you put this on your page, because you're just going to smush it up. And what you want to do is leave a little bit of extra around the edges here. And so really, it's just a matter of smushing that down. And you can do as much of the scrunch and the smush as you like for personal preference. And then across the back where the fold up is, we're going to have some additional right across there. So what I'm going to do now is just tear this down, just right along the edges. And it doesn't really, have to be precise or anything like that. I'm just going to leave a little bit of extra around the edges, like that. So I hope you guys are following along with all the amazing tutorials that have been posted so far. They are absolutely wonderful. I just love watching all of the creativity from everyone. It's just so much fun, and it's getting so close to the holiday season, isn't it, you guys? All right, so I'm going to glue this, the edges down just a little bit more, right along the side. And then fold that up on the back, and then maybe tear a little bit. And this is entirely personal preference, how much you want to tear off. All right, so there is the base for our tag. Okay, the next thing you want to do is take out your paper bag. And I am going to tear this a little bit smaller than the tag, because what I like is the layered effect on this. I like it kind of 3D, and I like each of the layers to be able to be seen. So I'm going to just jagged this edge up. And then I like to kind of, you know, distress the edges here and make it look worn. That was my plan for this whole tag, is to make it look like it's been around for a long time. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to get out my walnut stain distress ink. That's my go-to for distressing edges here. And I'm going to go around the edge of this piece of paper bag. I'm going to fold it up, you know, just to get it to look a little bit worn. All right, so that looks really good. This guy needs to be folded up, not down. All right, I'm going to stick that right on there. I'm going to use my glue stick again. And I'm not going to go all the way to the edge because, like I said, I like to have the edges kind of stick up to give it a 3D effect. All right, I'm going to put that right in the middle there. And then fold the edges up here. And then what I want to do is I want to go around these edges right here, and I like to give it a little bit of sparkle. And I don't know if you can tell on here, let me stand up, right along the edge of the paper bag, I did add some stickles. So I'm going to get out my stickles here. And for me, the best way that I have found to add stickles is with a cotton swab. Now, the reason for that is I think I'm kind of heavy-handed, let's just say. And to me, all right, now this thing is going to get clogged here for a second here. Hold on just a sec. All right, now this is clogging up, so let me get something to poke a hole in it. To me, what was I saying? That the if I use my finger to add my stickles onto a page, it doesn't work well for me so far as being precise. And I don't know, that's just, I found that this is what works best for me. So I'm going to go around the edges here like that. And, you know, just get a little bit of sparkle going, because I feel that the holidays are all about sparkle. Let's go around there. And this particular stickle is in platinum. That's the color. And so I am just concentrating here. That's why I'm not talking here. So we're going to go around the edges. And what I like about stickles is when it dries, you don't see any of the glue, you just see the sparkle. And I think that that is awesome. All right. So I think this is one of Rachel's biggest collaborations. There are just an amazing amount of channels that are taking part this year, and I just think that that's wonderful. All right, so let's see, what are we going to do now? Oh yeah, that's where this gorgeous digital comes in. And what I want to do is cut down this particular digital to be a little bit smaller than the than the paper bag. So I am going to be using the eyeball method. Yes, it is true, but I do want this to be in my on my tag. So let's just see how this goes here. And that looks absolutely beautiful. I'm going to cut down the top also. And maybe a little bit smaller, and you can be as precise as you want. I just like to eyeball things and see how, see how they turn out. Now I think that looks beautiful, but I think it still needs to be a little bit smaller. Yep, there you go. Okay, and then what I wanted to do is take this and get my corner rounder out and just go around the edges here. Then I'm going to do distressing again. Quick distress around the edge, like that. And another round of stickles. So let me get that back out here. I was really excited to see my prompt because I am all about, vintage and older things and the Victorian era. So that was really fun to see that, because I can just envision this type of tag, this gift tag on a present or hanging from a tree. I just love to envision that. And back in the day, I used to really go to town decorating my house for Christmas, and I did do a Victorian Christmas tree, and oh, I loved it. I always had a theme every year, and I don't do that any longer because my daughter is, not at home anymore, and we don't have a lot of visitors during Christmas, so I do a smaller version. All right, so we're going to glue that down. Let's see here. But you know what I'm going to do first is I'm going to let this dry. Okay, and then I am going to snip off the top right here, and I'm going to sew around the edges. So what I like to do, because I am challenged when it comes to cutting tags, is I like to use a template right here, because I don't know, sometimes, where are my scissors here? Sometimes, I try to freehand this and just eyeball it, and it does not turn out. Some people can just do that, and it always turns out beautifully. Not me. But that's okay. I just use my little template here, and it works out fine. There we go. And I can always go back and adjust that if need be. See, because that one's a little bit off still. Go like that. That looks wonderful. Get that out of the way. So what I'm going to do while this dries is I'm going to sew around the edge, and I am going to just do some further distressing with my walnut stain. And then, oh, before I do that, I always forget this. I don't know why I do, but we need to do something with the back. I tend to get ahead of myself, and then I forget what I'm doing. So what I wanted to use for the background of the tag is this gorgeous digital right here. And like I said, this is from the, let's see, what is this one? These are the Timeless Shabby backgrounds. So I cut a piece that'll fit right along the back. So I am going to just glue this down. Just going to go along the bottom here. And get that right along the back. Position that so it's even. It's not even. I gotta stand up here, you guys, because it's hard to do when you're sitting down. There we go. Now that's better, right? Jeez. All right, so that fits right along the back. And then I should have waited to cut that, but I'll go ahead and do that. And like I said, I'll cut this down. I'm gonna sew around the edges, and then we're gonna continue with the tag. So hold on just a second. All right, everyone, I have finished sewing around the edges, and I used a gold thread with a decorative zigzag stitch, and it looks absolutely fabulous. And as you can tell, some of the tracing tissue paper has kind of come off, but I still like some of the shabby edges on there. And so we are going to put this tag together. So here is this gorgeous digital, and I am just going to place that right there. Get out my glue stick again. And I kind of like it a little bit off center, and the reason being is I'm going to do some additional embellishing along the edge, just like I did with this one over here. So I'm going to just take my glue stick again. And sewing is an optional step. You know, you don't have to do that. It's just, you know, that I like to sew around the edges of my tags. And so that's definitely an optional step. So we're going to glue that down just like that. And I think that that looks just beautiful. Oh, but of course, you know me, more is more. So we're going to have to add some more onto this tag. Yay! All right, so I am going to put a hole right in the middle of the top using the eyeball method again with my crocodile here. Just going to add an eyelet. Make sure that that is secure on there, and it is. That looks wonderful. Move that out of the way. And then what I thought would be cool is, let me show you this tag again. See this right along here? This little cluster, and this is what I love to do, is use Christmas tree decorations and flower arrangements, the leaves and things like that. You know, at Hobby Lobby, see, look at all these. Look at that. Oh, I always go to Hobby Lobby and look at their Christmas flower arrangements and all that kind of stuff. And they actually look really good in your junk journals. So for today, I was thinking of using this. Let me show you this. This is something that I got probably at Michael's or Hobby Lobby, and I just love these. And they just add such a fun element to your junk journal. So for today, I thought we could use this. And that would look really pretty right along the side there. And I wanted to do a cluster similar to this one. So I am going to use some fabric or some lace. And I thought this would be really pretty. So I'm going to get out my scissors here and cut that down a little bit. Just create a pretty cluster in the corner there. Let's see, so I think I'm going to do that right along the bottom like that. And then I also thought what would be really pretty to bring out this gorgeous blue is some blue tulle. So I thought this would look really pretty over the top of that. I think I'm going to have to cut this piece down a little bit. It's a little large. And then let's see how that goes. And there again, I'm going to be using the smoosh technique. Put that all down there. And I might have to cut down the edges here. I'm not sure. So I need another finger. Hold that right there. All right, let me get out my Fabri-Tac here. All right. And I'm not really worried about the glue globs as much with the Fabri-Tac right now because there's going to be so many layers on here. I don't think you'll see that. So let's just put that beauty down there. Oh, that looks so pretty. Oh, I love this. Oh, I'm going to put that over the blue tulle over the silver sparkle, right like that. Get that smushed down. I need some more glue here. Get that going here. And you can always finagle around with how the placement of this kind of stuff. That down there. Smushing it around a little bit. And then I did want to add this over the top. So I'm going to cut off this little end piece right there. So let me grab my wire cutters here. Just cut that little bit off the end, just because I don't think I need that. And I'm going to glue that right over the top like so. And let me see, I think I still need some more glue here. And then, you know me, I love to layer, so I want to add something additional on the top. So I pulled out this cute little flower. Look how cute that is. Oh man. All right, and then we're gonna put that over the whole thing, you know. And you can embellish as much or as little as you want. I just love to embellish, so that's why I do a bunch of it here. So I think that that looks absolutely gorgeous. And what I thought I was, whoops, sorry if I bumped the camera. What I'm going to do right here is I'm going to clip that down just to make sure it dries in place. And then what are we going to do now? Well, we need to add more. Of course we need to add more. So I wanted to add a little bit more of this lace to the top. So where's my scissors? Cut this out. It's all sticking together over here. The tool is sticking to everything. All right. So I'm going to get a little piece off of that. And I want that up at the top. And what I thought would be really pretty is some blue sari silk ribbon, just because I want to really play up this gorgeous, gorgeous blue. So I am going to just stick that through there. Get my little pokey tool here. Get that ribbon through there. Take this lace and thread it right across the top there, like that. And pull that through. And then, you know, I think I'll probably have to cut that down a little bit, or maybe not. Oh, you know what else I wanted to do? Hold on just a minute. I wanted to add some more blue tulle to the top. So I'm going to stick that underneath along with the lace. Kind of finagle that around, get that going. like so. I think that that looks wonderful. Get it all floofy at the top. Is floofy a word? I don't know. It is in my book. All right, so that, oh, I think that looks really pretty. Or maybe even a bow. Let's see how a bow looks. Pull that tight. Just mess around with that. I think that that looks wonderful. Now this tool is kind of sticking out, so I'm going to cut it off and make it a little smaller. There we go. Let's see how this turned out. I'm going to remove that. And I think I'm going to cut down a little bit on the edge here. Just to make the tool a little smaller. That looks absolutely beautiful. And for the final touches, because you know me, like I said, more is more. What I did with some of the offcuts of those 2 sheets of the gorgeous digital is I just created 2 tags, and I just glued the back and the front together. And I went around and did some stitching and some more stickling. There you go. And those are going to fit behind and go in your little tuck spot that we created on the back. So those fit both right back in there. And the final of the final, like I did on my original, I added this little bit right here. And that is just a little tag shape that I cut from the digital that I used here. And that I got some additional little cuties right here. And these adorable little bits, look at all these cute little guys. These are from the Timeless Fussy Cuts. And there's so many cute little patterns. So I took a couple of those and I glued them together, put some stickles on the edge, and I thought that would look totally adorable up at the top. So I am going to add that. I'm going to poke a hole right here and get one of my bulb pins out and add that right along the top. In addition, I'm going to add this little bit. This is from a necklace that I've just deconstructed, and I just think it's so pretty. So wouldn't that be pretty on there? So let's add that. Let's put that on there. Put that cute little bit of ephemera on there if I can get my fingers to work, and then clip the whole thing at the top. I'm just going to attach it to the ribbon. My fingers don't work as well as they used to, so I've got to get that in there. If I can do that, hold on just a second here. There we go. And that looks absolutely beautiful. And like I did on my original one right here, I added another clip right on the side. So I think I have one right here, and that can go right along this side and add another little dangle. Doesn't that look fabulous? Oh, I absolutely love this. Love it, love it, love it. I'm just going to do that right away just because I feel like it. So I don't know. What should I use? Should I use that or that? I don't know. I think this one looks really good, so we're going to do that. And that's what's so wonderful. Whoops, I didn't get that all the way through. That's what's so wonderful about this Timeless Christmas collection is there are so many choices to choose from. They're absolutely beautiful, and they all coordinate together, and that was kind of hard. I have a little bit more of that necklace. Kind of hard for me to decide because there were so many to choose from. All right. Clip that on there if my fingers would work. There you have it. There is my Christmas gift tags of old. Oh, I love this, love this, love this. And I hope you guys do too. And craft along with me and go ahead and make some. Yay! Wouldn't these look pretty on a Christmas present or on the Christmas tree, or even you could put a little gift card in the back. Wouldn't that be wonderful? Oh, yay. So I hope you guys enjoyed this and have some fun and go create some Christmas gift tags of old, and continue on watching all of the wonderful YouTube collaborators. This is just an amazing collaboration, and go check out Kentucky Crafter and see what she decided to make for her Christmas tags of old prompt. So have a wonderful day, everyone. Thank you for watching, and I will see you soon.